Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue to discover another supposedly Paleolithic era creation of Chinese characters. And when you see simple Chinese characters as this one, made of two horizontal lines with one vertical line, and it has to stop right. It's like horizontalized H, right? It's an H, except it's a 90-degree flipped. That's Chinese gong, and it means crafts. It's probably one of the earliest tools in Chinese craftsmen to create perfectly perpendicular angles. And supposedly that's for house building that you need to create your house, the walls perpendicular to the ground. So that's the beginning of the, I guess, human ingenuity or human engineering. Even if we call it crafts, depends on what you do. It can be engineer as well, full of calculations, measurements to be quantifiable, all that. Okay. So the expressions 工人阶级 craftsman stair level. Okay. First of all, proletarian. Okay. I hope I pronounce it right. That's a Marxism concept. And Marxism plays proletarian against capitalists who with finance resources versus who with labor. So basically, it's the struggle between the labor and the capital. That's the placement in the Marxism construct of how the world run. And of course, as a simplified Chinese, it's Marxism, heavily Marxism influenced, if not based, world. It claims to be socialist country. It claims to aim for communism, idealized world, utopian someday. But I mean, my parents, my grandparents' generation lived through dystopian there. So this concept of a 工人阶级, when I grew up, this is in a textbook, talks about inculcation. They are the master of that to put young minds through the lens of Marxism early on in their education. So 工人阶级 back then was already classified as that's the leader of the world. That's the class that's going to overthrow capitalists to build a new world. Okay. So 工人, craftsman, even if it looks like a craftsman, but actually it means labor, post-industrialized age. So picture Chaplin in the modern world movie. That's 工人. And 阶级, we use stair and 级 level to mean stratification, social stratification. So we construct societies made of different stratifications, and 工人 is the one, are the large body of people who are trained, skilled to operate a certain machinery, who already rose above the farming population, who don't work on land anymore, who work on products, on production, in probably heavily polluted environment. So that's 工人阶级，巧夺天工. And I translated 巧 dexterity. So that talks about a finger, like how you can handle micro movement, how dexterous your hands are. 夺 Duo actually means you can win something, or came from you can grab something faster than the other person, so you can outperform something. Okay, so your dexterity outperform 天宫 heavenly crafts, meaning it's nature made. So here 巧夺天工 means man-made artifacts look so amazing that it outperform or overshadow nature-made crafts. So we use the human, the man-made versus nature-made to complement the nature made, how fine that is, how either realistic or intricate that thing is. Okay, 能工巧匠. So 工 and 匠, craftsman. I mean, translated as craftsman, but 匠 is definitely craftsman. So people who actually use crafts. And 工 is can be, I guess in ancient world, it's this tool to make perpendicular angles, but probably in today's lingo, it's more like civil engineering. So 工 and 匠 are, people who can measure, who can calculate. That's more the 工 category versus 匠 is getting very good at a certain procedure that you can perfect the art of making something. So that's more like a craftsman, right? Versus this is more like a civil engineering hat. Okay, so 能 and 巧. So here we use capable to describe the engineer, use dexterous to describe a craftsman. So craftsman is in its refinery of its hand, micro muscle control to be finely sensitive to the material you're using, right? Either it's wood crafts or clay or metal crafts, however material you're working on, the craftsmanship showing in that fine details. And we use dexterous because hand is essential in that, in handling something, right? And then 能工, we use the capable to describe the kind of engineering thing. So capable means somebody who really have the know-how to do something and who can, I guess, measure and calculate to make something just right so things don't collapse, right? So in that sense, it's probably a higher level of skill sets. But well, they are different. So I'm not going to say like engineer is better equipped than craftsmen. No, definitely not, because craftsmen can be amazing. So here is an example of a Chinese craftsmanship showing on this tiny, teeny little bottle. On the picture, it's hard to see, but they are supposedly just kind of a bottle of perfume, small carryable bottle of perfume size. But this is 鼻烟壶. 鼻烟 means nose inhalable smoke. And 壶 is this vessel, so or vial. That this was said to be popular over 100 years ago when the West, probably originated from Europe, that discovered, I guess, something related to opium. Back then, it is a mind-altering, I mean, it's kind of a marijuana in their age and time. That's mind-altering medicine, that, not medicine, the, drug use that back then people can apply through the nose, inhale it. So they put that in this highly decorated little vessels they can carry around easily. And whenever you want to pleasure your sense of smell through inhaling and something due to your brain, right? To get high or whatever. And people carry this around to use with them. And of course, they're going to decorate it with finely tuned storytelling picture frames from what I can tell here is from the Journey to the West, 西游记, one of the 4 classical stories. And then you can see how fine that is. And somebody have to stick their brushes inside the bottle, place them at the exact right place and color it to the right and fine details like that. And that shows the type of craftsmanship that Chinese, I guess, not only collectors, but whoever is the leisure class, whoever can afford to use the drug, apparently they don't have to work hard, right, to stay clear-headed all the time. So to the extent they're so bored of their own existence, they have to clock out by their regular existence by using this 鼻烟壶. And they are the people who appreciate and collect. And I guess among them, this is a kind of status symbol as well, to show the finer the craftsmanship, it shows the more, I guess, value that is. And the higher status supposed to earn you by simply display that kinds of craftsmanship. So there we go. Boom. Thank you for your time. See you next day.